shirt all night.
Evening, everybody, and welcome to the Ranger Journal podcast. I'm your host, Scott Mackay, and I'm delighted to be joined by a part-time professional male model in Stuart McFadden. He's got all dressed up tonight. How you doing, mate?
Not bad, mate. Thank you for your very kind introduction. Hopefully I'm getting past that these days. I'm getting older, but still like to keep my toe in. Really topless stuff I do, no?
Ah, that's right, mate. That's right. So, how did you find that rubbish today?
Oh, that did not help my hangover. I'm honestly, like, the first half was so poor. You see, especially after, it was quite deflating after the great midweek game. Do you know what I mean? Like a 4-0 victory in Europe, and then we come back to that, and it just kind of takes the wind right out of you. What do you think?
Nah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. At 1 each, I was sitting thinking, if this doesn't go, if we don't get 3 points here, Cumlow's job's on the line, because I think in narrative switching back over to that, we can go and put a performance in like that in Europe on Thursday night. I didn't see it right enough. I was in the air, I was flying home, but what I seen the highlights, we looked fast, we looked really, really good. In fact, one of the comments has just summed up nicely for me, consistent about being inconsistent. I think that's pretty much what it was, wasn't it?
I don't get us wrong. I mean, that team, they did try to play against us, and obviously we were able to get by them and create more attacking chances. Teams that like St Mirren's, Kilmarnock's, nobody's doing that. Like nobody's trying. They just obviously try to play defensive. I think some people would say St Mirren did try at times, but again, it's just the kind of constant playing against 11 defenders. But that's the league we're in, and that's what it is every day, and that's what Celtic got to do as well. So, don't know if we can use it as an excuse, but
I thought initially in the first half, St Mirren came out and pressed us high, and we didn't really know what to do with it. They weren't that compact. It wasn't a low block they were playing. You know what I mean? It wasn't the usual kind of turgid shape by trying to break down and being slow on the counter and stuff like that. They actually took a game to us in the first half to me, which is a bit scary considering if they've got more an open game plan, then it should be up to us to go, right, well, they've left the back door open, so let's go and hammer them, basically. But this Rangers team looked a wee bit scared about it. I don't know if you agree on that.
I definitely didn't look like we had a kind of idea how we kind of kill the game off. Obviously, the first goal came off the back of a shot, and Diomande was kind of the right place, the right time to put it in and stuff like that. But I thought their equaliser really kind of was so deflating. There was a kind of a set piece as well, and staying at 1 each for it as long as it did. That was like, I had that kind of feeling, I dread that you mentioned and stuff like that, and I thought, don't know how Kilmarnock will survive this. Do you know, if it didn't go their way in the end? I think as well, going into the second half, I'm usually a defender, a serial Dessers, but I thought today, and obviously the last 3 games, I'm absolutely scorned with him, man. And see the amount of wasted chance. He should have had a brace today. I mean, obviously he's got the one where he gets in the box, instead of just kind of laces through it and putting a hole in the back of the net, he's did that turn to bring onto his other foot, and you're like, he should have just instinctively hammered that goal. And you've got that, I'm quoting somebody else out of the chat, but that Sadiq-esque moment where rather than just do the easy thing, the kind of natural thing you want to do as a footballer, he's tried to hit a dive. Do you know what I mean? Although it was kind of not ruled a dive or not, because the referee blew the whistle at full time and saved himself a headache, but still poor, man. Honestly, it's harder not to score these goals than to actually score it, and he's doing the hard thing by not just scoring them. It's mental.
You definitely went and took your batting or slating Dessers off me, mate. I can't really add anything to that. It's as usual for me. First half, quickly touch upon it. It was the whole team was turgid. It was a bit slow to watch. Play wasn't great. We looked a bit spooked, didn't we?
Aye. I think that's the thing. That's what we're getting at as well. It's just weird days where we're coming off of like 3 points and up the road, and we're being so negative. But it does feel it's such a hard watch, man. And I think what you kind of nailed it there. I think at the moment the players probably get that, and they've got this scared to lose type thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we lose, how bad is this going to be? Rather than thinking, let's just go out and batter this lesser, no disrespect, but a kind of a lesser team with lesser resources and less finances and stuff. I mean, that should have been another repeat performance from midweek. We should have been talking 4 or 5 goals.
Easy. And we should have been in a position where we can take the likes of Zach Lovelace off the bench and put him on. Instead of, again, we had 3 right backs on the park at one point today, and Dujon Sterling, Tav, and Casemiro. Casemiro looked really good at centre half. Don't get me wrong, but our performance today is just worrying for me. There's not many positives I can take. People are saying, like, we other people have said Walter Smith won games like today, a win's a win. But that had feelings of when Rangers beat Motherwell at home under Michael Beale last season. They get booed off the park. Very toxic, very not a convincing performance. Doubts creep in back into the supporters' mind after a really, really good performance on Thursday night against a second string FCSB. But we'll just need to wait and see how it all kind of pans out. I think Wednesday night's crucial for Clermont.
Oh, big time. I don't think there's... I think every game now is a must-win to the end of the season, and that's a long time to be doing that. And that's just the position that we found ourselves in because of the performances and the results up to now. I think I was saying to you in another chat, I thought the days of scraping and fighting for second place were long behind us, but here we find ourselves back in that position, and it doesn't feel good. Do you know what I mean? I think going back to your commenters thing about Walter Smith had the 2-1 wins. So Steven Gerrard 1-0s, 2 wins. They make up your points. They do. We see with everything else going around it. You know, the general feeling, the negativity, the lack of a playing style identity and stuff like that. That's what makes it probably harder to swallow week in, week out. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, I know. There's not enough. I don't know. Like Czerny in the first half really, really frustrated me, and in the second half he gets a winner. Dessers comes on for Igaman. Igaman wasn't great in the first half. It was a bit invisible, to be fair. That can be down to lack of service. It could be anything really that's down to it. But when Dessers comes in, takes a quick throw, he's cell, takes the ball, goes on a rampage, tees it back Czerny, and it's 2-1. Like Dessers, as bad as the penalty thing was at the end, very much he's showing his inconsistency today, and the point of he's created a goal and then went and done a Sadiq dive. It was a dive. I mean, there was no penalty in it for me. It was ridiculous. It was stupid.
I know.
He's doing
That's what I'm saying. He just makes everything hard for himself. Like he's had a forgettable few performances. Creates that goal to put his back in ahead, right? So yeah, all right, you've done a good thing, and then he's got to go and just ruin it by doing that stupid dive thing. Like why? Can I ask you though, what did you think of the kind of starting lineup where we finally dropped our aging right back? Do you think it was a good move?
I thought it was positive at first. Initially, when I seen it, I was a bit like, right, okay, I can get on board with this. We just need to hope there's a performance that came with it. And there wasn't a performance that came with it. I think the two in midfield, Raskin and Barron, looked good again today. Raskin got out of Rangers during Man of the match, obviously, but they're too isolated. They're not Diamonde. He needs to drop at number 10 and go with a flat 3 in the middle of the park with runners and stuff getting up into the box and causing problems that way. It's this number 10 role just is not working for me, and he needs to scrap that because it's essentially going to get him his P45 in my eyes, to be really honest with you. There's no structure to the team. Seen St Mirren, AJ's just said every other team's making good opportunities against us. Seen St Mirren with one long ball up the park in behind proper in the first half. It happened countless times, and it's not good enough. It's not Rangers standards. Do you know what I mean? No. So, I don't agree with him with replacing Proper. I think Proper's been okay if he's signed. He's not been brilliant, but he's been passable. He's had a bad game a day, but to be honest, I think Tav and Suter were missed today, if I'm being brutal.
I agree. That's why I brought it up, because we've been calling for change and he's kind of went with it, and then we've all been like, I need to get Tav on. You know what I mean?
I know.
So he's kind of worrying himself, because if that's not the way forward, then I don't really know what is. It's going to happen sometime. Do you know what I mean? Because he can't play the way Tav was played in years gone by forever.
No.
It's kind of natural thing of the natural decline of an aging player. Do you know?
I thought Casemiro was all right at right back, but he didn't. He didn't pull up any. It wasn't amazing, but he done a decent enough job for me. That's what I was saying to. I was doing my pulses earlier, and what I was saying to him was, it's the whole, like, we've not been able to pass a ball to each other for Gerrard. Done it under Bale, done it under Gio, and now come on. The Casemiro gave the ball away countless times. So did Cherney in the first half. That's what I mean about no control in the middle of the park. We've not got that experienced heat.
Like the kind of anchor.
Pretty much. That's badly what this side's missing, and we need to go and get that in January. And please, Rangers, spend some fucking money on them. Go and try and pinch somebody for another club in a loan deal or something. Spend a good bit of money on a number 6, and we might be able to start seeing what Clement's want today. Because I need to be honest, I thought style of playing everything again today was just invisible, wasn't it?
Aye. I mean, it's the only thing you can really see is go like wide and fast, byline in, but like it's not FIFA. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you can't just that can't be the be all and end all, the plan A and plan B. You need like that. I'd like you're saying there needs to be some sort of identity. But maybe do you think that Clement doesn't get it? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's at one of the Glasgow Giants, the biggest firm rivalry, winnings a must every week. Do you think he sees himself as like a year and a bit or a year and a half, almost something like that, into a 3-year plan? So he thinks he's kind of on the road to get it right, and he's like, there's that kind of, he thinks this time, and he's got that extension on his contract as well. So
probably he's got job security, but me and Mitch were talking about it in the chat. Like, I hope there's some clauses in his contract to say, like, yeah, if you don't at least finish second, your job's in the line. We're 6 points behind Aberdeen. That's everything they call light a day. I watched the Aberdeen match yesterday. They were absolutely coaching. There was nothing amazing about them, but they still came away with a 1-0 win, which is more than weird. Then attacking wise, they kind of played similar to what Rangers are wanted in terms of getting the ball quick, like out wide, playing it through middle. They've got a smart boy in midfield, McGrath. He tends to like to ping it about and be their main playmaker and things like that. But apart from that, they're scraping by matches just now. And if we go through here on Wednesday night and they put us to the sword, I think Clement's gone, if I'm being honest, because we'll be 9 points behind second place. There's no way of dressing it up. That's it. That's it in cold hard fact. He needs to go. If we don't win on Wednesday night, I'm sorry, but it's curtains for me.
Aye, I mean, he's definitely made a rod for his own back, and that's why I was saying that every single game now, Rangers cannot lose. Even a draw isn't acceptable. Stuff like that. Maybe a hard game where both teams played well, and maybe a draw is fair. Look, that's not even a luxury now. Like, we need 3 points to make up ground for second place. I mean, realistically, we're not going to challenge probably for first, and I hate saying that, but it's probably true. I think maybe the best we need to get second, and obviously some cup success, but it's not great viewing at the moment, man. But I mean, technically, the moral of the day is, tough game, 3 points, keep going, back-to-back victories and stuff like that. But it's hard to kind of attain that mindset in amongst the mire of everything else at the moment.
Aye, I know, exactly. We'll just need to wait and see how it all pans out on Wednesday, but I'm worried about that way. I was actually sitting in my group chat yesterday saying, after watching Aberdeen, we'll be fine. We'll be able to get second, no bother. But see, if they're watching us a day against St Mirren, I'm like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's bad, man.
Aye.
But anyway, mate, cheers for coming on. We'll just wrap up there. Thanks for coming on. I know you've got an appointment to make.
Aye. Go see a man about a dog.
Aye. All right, mate.
Hey, mate. Thanks for having me.
No bother. Enjoy your night. Right, everybody, this was brought to you by Premier VPN. Please go and see them for all your VPN internet needs. And we'll be back tomorrow night with a deep dive into the day's performance. I'll catch you later on. Cheers.